Sag, welcome to your Celtic cross reading. What's up? What's going on? Show me Sagittarius, please. Like always, take it resonates, leave it does not. And if there's more than one energy that's clearly apparent on this board to you today, then you reverse those energies as you see fit, yeah? Like always, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate. Frustrating, but normal. Okay, check here the placements. What's going on, please, for Sagittarius? What's going on, please, for Sagittarius? Show me Sag, show me Sag. What's up? What's going on? Show me Sag, show me Sag. Sun finally came out. Yay! I thought it was just going to be overcast and dull and gray all day. And I like moody weather, but it wasn't moody weather. It's just overhead clouds. No wind, no rain, no nothing. So the sun came out. Yay! What's going on, please? Show me Sag. What's going on for Sagittarius? It's like, if you're going to be weather, do something. It's just like, be gray all day. But what's going on, please? Six of Swords. Row, row, row your boat. Get the hell out of there, the fool. But you're not ready for a new beginning yet? Okay. We'll say you're trying to meet yourself halfway for now. Influencing you? Yeah, Page of Cups. Little heart space, little bit. Okay. In the past, Queen of Cups, so you know that feeling to have a huge heart space. So much bigger than that Page of Cups. Okay. Exiting Three of Pentacles, some sort of a friendship or acquaintanceship or where we're trying to keep the peace with somebody. That's on the way out. Moving forward, like I said, Hanged Man. You're trying to exit something and you're trying to get yourself jazzed up for a new beginning. Or you haven't completely exited. I don't know. It's Six of Swords, guys. You have to remember it's like a mental acceptance above all. I'm moving on. I'm moving away. I'm getting out of here. I'm out of here. But that doesn't necessarily mean you know what your new destination is. I think you're in that process. Okay, that's cool. Wait, what did I... Okay, sorry. Don't make me lose my place. Oh, my. I need the bookmark in my book. Okay, I will lose my place. Your strengths, Eight of Swords. We'll see about that. You see how I dismiss that? I'm like, nah. You're saying you don't know what your strengths are. Bullshit. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the hit on that one. But yeah, I just dropped a swear in the first 10 minutes. I'll have to take the hit. But gladly, because I'm going to argue with you right away on that one. You can't see your strengths. No. No. Because strengths is in your environment. You're questioning yourself. That's all I'm seeing right now. Hopes and fears, Queen of Pentacles. Am I nurturing myself? Am I thinking of my best interests? You know? Do I know my comfort zone? Do I know who I am fundamentally as a person? Okay. The outcome, Ten of Swords. See, we're in the process of exiting, cleaning something up. But that doesn't necessarily mean you are prepared for your new journey. I think you want to be. You're thinking about it. You remember what it's like to have the fullness of heart and to be open. And you want to get back into that place. You're just saying, I can't see it like right away. I'm still working through something. And so you are. It will have a conclusion. It looks done. And the more you dedicate energy towards that conclusion, that end goal, that finish line, no matter how difficult that particular chapter is, the more you see where your new chapter begins, your new goalposts, where those start, you'll see it. Okay? As you make more space to exit one, you will understand where your next adventure begins. That's all. Okay? We're going to start right there with that Six of Swords. I see you trying to wave away something, but the Fool's crossing you, and where you're not fully open or dedicated to the idea of a new beginning. You want to be. Let me make that clear. But like, strength, you question yourself. As these things should do. If it was just so easy to leave something, I would question your actions. But if you're saying it's very, very hard and you're talking yourself out of it, I'm questioning that too. Anything where you have to talk yourself into or out of something requires more pause. It suggests we haven't fully owned our decisions yet. And in order to be empowered people, we have to accept the weight of our decisions. I think you want to accept the weight of this decision, but it hasn't fully dawned on you yet what that means, the ramifications of it, etc. So let's talk about it and lend you, my dear, more perspective. Let's see that Six of Swords. Show me 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 that Six of Swords. Yes. Let's see that Six of Swords, please. The Hermit, the Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Oh boy, howdy. Does your heart knows what it wants to do? Your heart is more consolidated than your mind. How interesting. How interesting. Yes, how interesting. Okay, 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 okay. Very interesting. Your heart's more prepared for... I don't typically see it that way. It's usually the way around. Someone's mind or fire, their determination. It's like, I'm ready for a new beginning. And their heart's like, no, it's not. You're barking up the wrong tree today. And it's your mind that hasn't fully detached. But your heart, it wants to go. I'm not saying it's beating it out the door. I'm saying it earned its place to be ready. Wow. So why aren't you trusting it? Your heart, let's make this clear for the side I'm looking at. It has well earned its place to move on in love and in life. To assume the next chapter for next part of your next adventure. You have the experience that tells you that your heart knows when it's ready to move forward. And Knight of Pentacles, even you admit, my heart's been moving forward for a long time. But your mind is showing me slow down tactics, and I'm not quite committed to it mentally. I think you have a well-tempered heart. I do. I do. I think you feel things deeply. And it tends to be your flow. But your mind has yet to fully relinquish something else. Your poor hermit. And I say that in a good way. I say that in such a good way. The Hermit, Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. He's done such a beautiful job in his own right, preparing your heart for something else. Knowing he's ready. He don't talk unless he's got something to say, honey. And he's saying, your heart's ready. I want us to be ready. It is ready. It wants to be full and complete again. And it took me a long time to get us here. For that feeling. I'm not saying you're perfect, but I am saying that's a well-consolidated heart space. And it wants to be free to pursue. To be clear, I don't see this as a renewed heart. I see this, I'm ready for new feelings in my heart. I know the difference between a renewed ace and a brand new ace. It wants to feel full again and alive again. And your hermit's been working so hard to acknowledge the fact that your heart space wants this. But that Fool's costing you the willingness to open up. So let's see what's keeping you hanging back. Yeah, as I said, it's usually reverse. I apologize. This is where we are now in Texas. It's so much pollen. And I have a set later. So it's going to be a full day for me, honey. It's a training day plus the work day. Like I said, I typically see things way around. Fire, I'm determined. I've made up my mind. Sword, I'm going to move on. But the heart's always several steps behind for people who aren't fully prepared. It's such a beautiful heart. It knows it wants love in the fullness of it. So it's almost like you're telling me in one breath it's been heading this direction a long time, and I know that. I'm the hermit. I'm experienced to this. I know what my heart feels like when it's ready for new love. So let's see why you have not blasted your Fool open yet. There could be a lack of cooperation as well. Okay. Let's see that Fool, please. You Fool, you're being not nice here. What are you doing? Why aren't you authorizing this? Ten of Cups, Eight of Cups, Page of Cups. Because you would have to, I see. Okay. Well, that was very honest. I appreciate that. I do. It would mean you fully separating from things that you're already emotionally disengaged from. Okay. But owning that's different, right? So what you want as an individual Sag, speaking from your own heart, is consolidated for yourself. Not necessarily that which surrounds you. You would not, in your opinion, if you opened up, you feel that you would not receive support if you did. You feel like you wouldn't receive support. Your family and friends are important to you. I see that. Your inner circle, 10 of Cups, that's however it's defined as you understand it. That's your emotional support system, which is not just assigned to one person, such as a spouse. Could be a spouse, but obviously more than that. Mom, dad, cousins, auntie, best friend we've known for 20 years. These are our emotional stakeholders, the people who have say and sway in our lives in terms of I care what they would think of me, or I care how this would affect them. Okay? I think that's very fair of you to say that. It's very honest. Thank you for that. It's very straightforward. So you're saying what I want personally, I know is true, I accept it. But the only reason I'm not tripping out the door, Christina, with my Fool, I don't think it would go down very well. Why? I mean, you would know best, but it's something for you to think about in case you haven't. Why? You don't think your family and friends would support your personal happiness? They wouldn't support your decision? Is that what you fear, or is that what you know? Two different things. Our fears have a way of making sure our reality shapes it. I mean, not very good family and friends then if they can't support your decision for new love or getting on with your life. Something that we got two. How supportive is it exactly? If that's what you're afraid of. Okay. Depending on what else I see here today, I may or may not get back to that. But Page of Cups is also hovering around you. Okay. Well, I was going to go ahead and skip that one because I thought it spoke for itself, but I guess we're just going to go ahead and do that one today. So we're going to go ahead. Just see that influential energy, please. Is that Page of Cups? Oh. Page of Swords in reverse. Lacking insight or just assuming it will be shot down. Page of Swords in the upright, at least there's some small admission, I mean super small, that we're trying to find insight. This says, I don't even have the nerve to find insight on the subject. That's for some of you. It's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. I'm obligated to look at things that have a tendency to just pop out like that. Let's see that Page of Cups, please. Let's see that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups. Okay. It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. Bon Jovi. It's my life. Okay. King of Wands, the Star. Well, honey, this is where you got to ask yourself, is Sag going to be Sag? You act like what you need, not want, honey. Love is a need. Okay, love is a need. You act like what you need is discounted. It's still Page of Cups. It just influences me every day. Your hermit's ready to rock. Your hermit, okay, the part of you that's experienced and understands the fullness of heart and wanting newness for the self, because it's a need, is so much bigger than that Page of Cups, which you were trying to downsize your own needs. I clarify it, he's huge. King of Wands, King of Swords, the Star. You have some very prominent figures in your personality that wants you to take off and never look back. With the Star. I think you have a lot of passion in you. And I think you have a very strong mindset. There's something in you that burns bright as a star. That provokes some really strong parts of your personality that are real and authentic. You didn't have to talk yourself into that. You feel it naturally, innately. And you know it too. Something summons you. But then you try to turn it down like it's a Page of Cups, like it's no big deal. No, honey, it's a need. You have a need to be loved for yourself, regardless of the so-called approval or disapproval that may or may not be around you. It influences you every day. And those kings, there's not much holding them back, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want this to get into place of denial, like the moon or the Five of Swords, because that's when those kings are going to start acting crazy if they're not allowed to express themselves correctly. So far, your Hermit's done a beautiful job of recognizing the beauty in you, which is fantastic. I'm saying this is true, this is legit, I'm actually feeling this. Oh my God, do you know how often I see people reject these magnificent feelings? You just now got to a place where you can see it clearly. And not just that, you feel it so deeply, so beautifully. And those kings, this is what they do, guys. The kings, King of Wands and the King of Swords, that's a formidable combination. They want to take this whole operation over and get their star. They have a lot of masculine energy between them that says, I'm going to get this. I'm going to conquer it. It's mine. That's all we're missing there is the King of Pentacles, and then it's all but done. So there's the feeling, there's the drive. Even now, this guy's trying to map out how to get to the star, because that's what they do. They solve problems. It's not little feeling. So you try to dial it down like it's not all that. Your mind, honey, your mind, and more importantly, your spirit's trying to take over the operation so it can make good on the truth you just came to terms with. That's the whole benefit of coming to terms with the truth, is that we can start working towards that goal. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I typically have 2 drinks. A tea and a water. I'm just like that. I like to stay hydrated. I'm very tempted to skip that Queen of Cups in your past. But I'm being told to go ahead and clarify it. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. I don't know why. I have a feeling that it's not you. But let's take a look-see. Let's see that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. You have so much dominant but beautiful dominant energy here today. There's such a strong sense of pride, and I need to do this for me. Feeling attached to this. It's actually quite beautiful. Very owning of the self. So unapologetic, but not rude either. It's the same. When you understand you have a field of dreams or a vision, if you will, and you can't apologize, you can't be bothered to stop, you got to pursue it. That's a beautiful energy. It is. Like I said, you have a well-tempered heart, and you earned it. That knowledge hits you so softly. It's so beautiful. It's like I've been warming up to this truth for a long time. In your heart. God, I usually have to spend so much time getting people to do the reverse. It's so beautiful. Okay, 9 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. There it is. Somebody professed their love to you, and then they exited. I knew it wasn't you. I don't know why I know these things. Well, I mean, that's why I do the job, but how I know things, I don't know. I just do. Somewhere between experience... Somewhere between experience, intelligence, and intuition. I get there. Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Someone from a place of their own heart said, I love you. And then it cycled for one reason or another. They have highly feminine energy towards you. You're showing me highly that. I'm not saying you're a man, and I'm not saying they're a woman. What I'm saying is you two are showing me masculine and feminine at its highest forms in terms of feeling and the acceptance of it, choosing it, not choosing it. Understand. Anyway, I just know that the way you know what you feel, very recently for you, that Hermit was so gentle with that Ace of Cups and the acceptance of that knowledge. The only thing that seems to be keeping you at bay is this idea of approval or disapproval. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, this person says, I know me. I know myself very, very well. And I don't say anything that I don't mean and I don't feel. And they were very clear about it. From my perspective, it's literally like saying, because I understand I love myself. I understand that I love you. And it's very nurturing. It's very supportive. It's very loving. It's highly feminine. It's extremely unapologetic. You know, again, going back to that feminine energy, women are typically credited with understanding their feelings a little faster or a little sooner. I just know that when they said it, they meant it. There's nothing but love and support that radiates from this person until the world happened. It might have been a dual entry door that if it doesn't open, then it had to close, something like that, as it was attached to the aspect of love. Trying to open the door in that direction, but if it doesn't immediately take, it swings close. Okay, something like that. Let's see that Three of Pentacles. It's on the exit. This I'm curious about. What is that Three of Pentacles, please, exiting? I don't know who that is to you. I don't know what the condition is now or where they currently are. I'm just saying how it affected you in the past. Otherwise, it wouldn't be showing up in your past orientation. But it affected you in some way. Perhaps their job was to prime your heart for readiness. I don't know. But I promise you, they served a purpose. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. And it wouldn't be that pronounced either. The Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. Ah, there it is. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I knew it wasn't you. They still have the insistence of a huge heart space for you, but they also said they couldn't be friends. And that was some time ago. I'm not saying you're over it. I'm not saying they're over it. What I'm saying is that they're indicating the passage of time between you and this person when you last experienced them. So it was a dual door. If it didn't swing open successfully, then it closed like that. Okay, like a saloon door. And then it had to go back into its set point of this is where it falls. Okay. So their sense of cooperation and or friendship exited, and they had to put up resistance towards their heart space towards you. In other words, they stopped showing you the love and the affection. This is a conscious decision on this person's part. You've already attributed them this. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. So it did affect you. Okay. Okay. We're about to enter the stage of the Hanged Man. So, not ready to open up into this yet. You gave me some reasons why. But your heart's ready. It's very ready. It's beautiful too. You probably don't know that, do you? There's a difference between feeling and feeling like you generally are ready for new love and understanding that you're worth it. Okay. Just because these two fellows really want that star, they're struggling to operate under a Page of Cups. So what you just now realized you feel versus the execution isn't quite there yet. Hence why you're not really moving forward, but you're not pulling yourself backwards into the past either. I think you legitimately want to change or move towards this. Rather, I think, accept the cup that was offered. But it's because you need it for yourself. Not to please the other person, but because you need it. Something like that. Okay. And even if this person's not available, it's not the point. You want the fullness of the heart. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. You want more perspective about whether... Okay, so going back to... Again, it's not about them or they. I just know that this is important to you. And the reason why it's showing up is literally it's the heart of the reading. It's also the beginning of the reading in Celtic Cross. So I know it's an imperative point in case you did not know that about Celtic Cross. The opening is also the heart. So it's super important. The Sag I'm looking at, you just came to peace with this in your heart that you want it. That you love it. You just came to peace with it. So therefore, it's an imperative point. Therefore, I'm saying them or they, whether I like it or not. Because it's important to you, it's important to me too. So let's work through it. The Hanged Man in your immediate future. You're going to come across the T-junction relatively soon about whether or not you need more perspective if you can balance with this. In other words, it's decision time soon. Can you balance with it? Six of Cups, of course, hold on. Six of Pentacles, the actual practical 3D balance, and the Five of Cups. You miss it. You know this. You know this. They represent a heart space. Possibly a missed opportunity. That's what you don't know. Is it completely missed? I need more perspective on this. If I balance with it, I need to know that I can or that it's correct for me. The answer is yes, but you have to see it for yourself. Okay? Just because the tarot lady's telling you based on what I've seen here today. And you understanding it and accepting that as your truth is entirely up to you. I can't make you do anything. And it may not even apply to you guys. Remember that. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. So I'll give you that. You're saying you need more perspective. But if at all possible, if you balance with it, you'd like it to mean something. Okay? Eight of Swords in your strengths. Baloney. Tony Baloney. No. That's when you're in that really weird position of should I stay or should I go? It's you're going to probably feel convinced that you have no strengths. Eight of Swords. Sure. Just don't let it turn into procrastination, because that's a false strength. If I just put it off, eventually the feeling will go away. It usually just increases our Five of Cups later. When you look back on this T-junction right here and said, I should have done something then when I was feeling it, and not let time pass 10 years later, and you're going to have that working frame. If I could have done something so much sooner. I had that. Why didn't I do it? Was it really that hard? So no, Eight of Swords, blindness and procrastination, these are not strengths, even though it can feel that way sometimes. But it's not. I'm hearing, this is, I'm hearing it fairly prominently, Underneath Your Clothes by Shakira. I don't know why, if that has a particular context to you, I have no idea. But it's something like, this person trusts your heart, or they trust their feelings for you. And that's the idea, is the vulnerability, not the nakedness, but the vulnerability. Underneath your clothes is my territory, and that's the man I trust. That's the man I love. You know, what's vulnerable and exposed just for me. And that's what I love and trust. There's something here about that trust element in this bond. It's hard to define, but you trust them and their feelings towards you. And they spoke so thoughtfully. And even when they rejected the friendship of this, they also meant it, but it's because they love you. There's something about that honesty that stays with you. You trust their honesty. Their emotional honesty? I can see why. So you trust your emotional honesty too. Okay? All right. Oh, you're all the things I deserve for being such a good girl. I love that line. You know? I love that line. Because it's something a feminine energy would understand. I'm looking at you and I desire you, but restraint. But yeah, it's just one of those things when you earn each other's places in your lives and you can finally be vulnerable like that. It's like, yeah, for in terms of that feminine energy and the feminine psychology, you can do all those things with a person you trust your heart with, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's like my reward for being such a good girl. You know? Something about that is coming across from this person. Their emotional honesty to you speaks to your heart. It speaks to your heart in a very strong way, but perhaps we didn't understand that at the time. I don't know. I am seeing time delay a little bit here and there, yeah. Anyway, great song. The Emperor, Justice, you say you don't have strength. Fuck off. Talk yourself out of it. That's what you do, honey. Yeah. You're using your Emperor here against you. Which sucks, because I think you're the Sag who typically is the other way around. Once you know what you're doing, you typically do it. And you stand by it. Okay? The Emperor, Justice, Page of Pentacles. You know how to balance things. You're actually a pro at it. But when it comes to this situation, you're like, I can't see that. That's not true. Excuse me, sir. while I call you out on your bullshit. Excuse me, ma'am. No, that's self-imposed blindness. 8 of Swords. Traditionally it is. I don't want to see it. And you consider it a strength, but you're not acknowledging it. On the contrary, I clarify it. That's who you really are right there. You're using your Emperor against you. I'm actually happy to say that because now you know what to do the opposite of it. Emperor, Justice, Page of Pentacles. Invest correctly. It will be balanced. You acting like you don't have strengths is anti-investment, is anti-empowerment. You have the skills and abilities to balance. You're actually quite good at it. The Emperor isn't made overnight, guys. It takes a lifetime of experience to be either Emperor or Empress, regardless. In that sense of justice and balance. No, you know what's correct, but you act like you can't see it. And then when it comes to this situation, no, don't give me that bullshit. You didn't know. I'm sorry, can't believe you. You lost all your cred right there about I don't know what to do. Yeah, you do. That's okay, though. I want you to come to terms with your truth, not keep pushing against it. You opened up with such beautiful energy. Like I said, I usually spend half my time the other way around. Your mind or your fire or this, that, and the other says you want to do this, but you ain't got the heart to back it up. You actually got the heart to back this up. Stop playing with me. Let's see the strength, please, in your environment. Show me strength, show me strength. Show me strength, please, show me strength. Knight to Cups, 5 of Cups, strength. Yeah, see, there you are. It takes, this is how strength works, guys. You can make it work for you or against you, just like the Emperor. It takes as much strength to be vulnerable as it does to be oppositional. So which one is the better representation of you? To use strength as being in opposition to what you really feel, or to be vulnerable, to operate how you really feel. Excuse me. So remember, I told you these kings are they're trying to develop a plan, despite what little, I suppose, real estate they've been given, which is that Page of Cups, because it means so much to you. So even though you've convinced yourself you're not free to be the fool, okay, you're not free for a new beginning, I'm going to go ahead and refer back to these kings, which are so much powerful. They're trying to create a plan right now. I love your acceptance. You opened up with such magnificent acceptance. And now that you've said, I've done the work, I understand my feelings, I accept it. Beautiful. Beautiful. You've made huge inroads. You probably don't see it that way. Because now you're like, okay, I've accepted my feelings. I'm not going to do nothing with it. Now that you've accepted your feelings, your job, okay, is to guide yourself in as much as you are capable to the next steps of what is your most authentic self. Your most authentic self is to go back and try to get that star. Not talk yourself out of it. The whole point of being authentic and honest with ourselves is that way we can understand what to do. So don't quit halfway, man. Lady. Don't quit halfway. Your environment. You're saying, Christina, it would take a phenomenal amount of strength to be vulnerable. I don't like it. I know. But if they did, you could too. Think of it that way. You admire them for their emotional honesty. You told me so. You do it too. I can't do that. Yeah, you can. It's right here. It's the thing you want to do the least is what you're going to need to do the most. That's your authentic self. It's what you would do anyway if you didn't have all the love attached to this. Now, I know being vulnerable is hard. Oh, no. I know. There it is again. What you needed more perspective on, you'll be arriving for yourself. it will require vulnerability to express yourself. That's what he does. Everybody thinks he's all about the romance. There's nothing sexier than vulnerability. But I suppose it rather depends on what you're prepared for. How much do you want to balance with that Six of Cups? Enough to be vulnerable with it. There's that Five of Cups again. And bring it into reality. There's the potential. But it still remains hypothetical. Vulnerability. Oh, this person must bring out some big old squishy squish feelings in you. But that was with process, though. I'm not trying to mock you. Your opening is so beautiful. Not at all. It's just my little way of nudging. You know. All right. Queen of Pentacles, hopes and fears. Let's see it. Oops. It already went longer than I meant to. Yeah, that's all right. It's worth it. I was enjoying it. Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups. Yep. Same thing. Same thing, different day. You know, can you stabilize this? Will there be emotional harmony between you and this person? Can it be stabilized? Only you can answer that. You hope for it. You're afraid of it. But you like to. And will they cooperate? What if they do? What if they don't? Ten of Swords. Can I say that Ten of Swords, please? Okay. You're reflecting back on that Six of Swords. There's something here that when you finalize it, you'll know what to do. You're working through that Six of Swords as we speak. Okay. You never actually showed me what it was. But when that's done, Ten of Swords, you'll be making progress in this other thing. I don't know what it is, guys. It's showing up heavily as a 3D, but something you haven't fully exited. You're trying to accept it as your heart's trying to accept new love. When you're done with that process of leaving something behind, you'll begin your real work. I don't know what that is. It could be in traveling for all I know. Work. Or something tangible in the real world you have yet to fully exit. Like I said, when that is done, your heart begins. The only thing I saw for you as a hesitation was that you would not get full approval, or you felt or feared you wouldn't. Okay, we have the medallion of Taurus, Aquarius, the letter P, the anchor. Feeling stuck, but then also wanting to anchor our emotions into love specifically, like so. The octopus, feeling caught in the grip of love. Oh, I bet. I don't know who they are, honey, but they must be very special. To love you with full knowledge, and then also having to reject the idea of friendship for that same reason. It just means it was really real. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.